New Deep Dive.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we try and cut through the noise to get you well-informed fast. Have you ever looked at a photo, a static photo, and just wished it could kind of move?
Mhm.
Or maybe you've got hours of audio and you're just drowning in it, wishing you could find the key parts instantly.
Happens all the time.
Well, today we're plunging into a really fascinating intersection. We're talking AI, creativity, information access, because Google Gemini is rolling out some, well, pretty groundbreaking new capabilities that are aiming to do exactly that. We
Wow.
mean turning your static photos into dynamic videos and also analyzing audio content with incredible depth. And this is all powered by that cutting-edge Veo 3 AI model.
Yeah, and look, these aren't just small tweets. What's really significant here, I think, is how these represent a major leap forward in multimodal AI interaction.
Multimodal, meaning handling different types of data,
Yeah.
images, audio, text.
Exactly. We're really seeing a fundamental shift in how you can create and consume digital information. It's pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI right there at your fingertips.
That really frames it well, doesn't it? That shift. So, okay, our mission today. Let's unpack how these technologies actually work. What can they realistically do right now? What are the current limitations? Because there always are.
Always.
And maybe most importantly, what does all this mean for the future? For content, for information discovery. Okay, let's unpack this. So let's start with the visual side first. This idea of bringing images to life. Gemini can now take a static image,
Yeah.
right, and turn it into an 8-second video clip,
Yeah, 8 seconds.
complete with synchronized sound, supposedly right inside Gemini.
Yeah.
So what's the core, magic trick here? Is it just animating little bits? Or is it smarter than that? Is there a deeper understanding?
That's a great question. And yeah, you've hit on something crucial. It's not just basic animation. It's understanding. The real brain behind this is Veo 3 AI. That's Google DeepMind's, state-of-the-art video generation model.
Ah, the one Sundar Pichai unveiled at Google I/O. 2025?
That's the one, yeah. And it's built on this advanced diffusion transformer architecture.
Okay, diffusing transform. Break that down a bit.
Well, in sort of simple terms, imagine an AI learning to create complex stuff, like video, by starting with noise, basically random pixels, and then refining it step by step into something coherent, like an image, or in this case, video frames. It makes it incredibly effective at generating, realistic-looking content.
Gotcha. So it's like sculpting from noise,
Yeah.
almost. And what I've seen, the output quality looks pretty impressive. We're talking high-res video, potentially up to 4K.
Potentially, yes. Though the current implementation has limits we'll get to.
Okay, but here's where it gets, I think, really interesting, especially for creators. It apparently maintains really good character and environment consistency across the frames.
Precisely. That's a huge challenge for AI video. It doesn't just animate, it understands the scene, the objects. Veo 3 can actually simulate realistic physics within the video. So movements, interactions, they feel more natural, more believable.
Right.
That consistency and that grasp of physics, however basic, that's crucial for making visuals that are actually compelling, not just weirdly morphing blobs.
Yeah, you don't want the person's face changing halfway through the 8 seconds.
Exactly. So if you start with a photo of someone, they should maintain their appearance and hopefully move realistically.
And this opens up so many creative possibilities for, well, for you listening. I mean, generating video from text prompts with better understanding of what you actually typed.
Improved prompt matching.
Plus, native sound generation. So sound effects, dialogue, all synced up.
Right, built in.
And realistic lip sync cinematic camera moves.
Okay.
Suddenly that, I don't know, that still photo of your cat could be a short clip of it meowing with the camera panning slightly.
Yeah, or your dog chasing a ball with a bark, like you said earlier, all from just typing a few words or feeding it the image. And what's really fascinating here is the flexibility. It takes both text and image inputs.
Okay.
So you can start with the photo you already have and just describe the motion, or you can just type out your whole vision from scratch.
That's versatile.
Very. And it supports narrative consistency across multiple scenes, apparently, which is a big deal for trying to tell even a very short story.
Multi-scene, so you could string these 8-second clips together.
Potentially,
Yeah.
yeah. And it integrates with Google's Flow app if you need more advanced editing tools. The big promise here really is creating maybe not professional Hollywood quality yet, but decent-looking videos with minimal technical know-how.
Right.
Just describe your vision in natural language. It really sort of democratizes that initial creative spark for video.
Yeah, the bottleneck shifts from software skills to just imagination.
Pretty much.
Okay, but as incredible as this sounds, we need to talk about the realities, the
Mhm.
current limits. You mentioned 8 seconds. That's quite short.
It is strictly 8 seconds per generated clip.
And the resolution.
Currently at 720p.
Okay, so HD, but not full HD or 4K in the actual output right now.
Correct. And exclusively 16.9 horizontal format.
Ah, so landscape only.
Yeah.
Which means, like you hinted, they're not really optimized yet for vertical video.
Mhm.
TikTok, Instagram stories, Reels.
Not directly, no. You'd have to crop or edit it afterwards. That's a definite consideration for a lot of creators today.
And are there limits on how much you can use it?
There are. For Google AI Pro subscribers, so it's a paid feature, some users have reported hitting a pretty hard limit.
Like that.
Well, some reports mention getting blocked temporarily after generating just 8 videos.
8. That's not many if you're experimenting.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And that definitely raises questions about scalability and accessibility, especially for heavy use, if this is meant to be a core creative tool.
Yeah, that limit needs to be higher or clearer at least. What about authenticity? Telling people it's AI.
Google's being quite upfront there, which is good. All the generated videos have a visible watermark saying it's AI generated.
Okay, you can see it.
And importantly, they also embed an invisible digital watermark using SynthID technology.
Synthy.
Yeah,
That's for tracking provenance.
exactly. It helps track that the content originated from an AI, even if the visible watermark is somehow removed. It's an important step for transparency, for trying to combat misinformation.
Definitely needed. Okay, so limits on length, resolution, format, usage.
But despite all that, how are people actually reacting? Are they using it?
This is the surprising part. Despite all those limitations we just listed, the user response has been, well, Google says impressive.
Define impressive.
They reported over 40 million Veo 3 videos generated.
40 million.
Yeah. In Gemini and the Flow app combined, in just 7 weeks since launch.
Wow. Okay. That is impressive.
It's a massive number. It really shows there's this huge demand, this excitement for the technology, even with the current, technical boundaries.
People clearly just want to get their hands on it and try it out.
Absolutely. The novelty factor is strong, and the potential is clear.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Beyond the visuals, Gemini is also making strides in understanding audio. This seems equally, if not more, impactful for certain tasks. I agree. This is using Gemini 2.5, the latest model iteration.
And the idea is you can upload audio files.
Right. Upload audio and then ask Gemini to do things with it. Generate detailed descriptions, full transcriptions, or even answer specific questions about the audio content itself.
It's like having a super-powered research assistant for sound files, even really long ones.
Exactly. Think about the practical uses for you, for anyone. Summarizing hours-long podcasts automatically.
Oh, yes, please.
Or imagine you're a journalist. You could sift through interview recordings instantly, pull every quote from one specific person.
Instead of scrubbing back and forth.
Right. Or transcribe language lessons to review. Analyze meeting recordings for action items.
Okay, the potential there is huge for productivity.
It is. And the real insight here, I think, isn't just transcription, which other tools do. It's the ability to perform, semantic search within the sound.
Semantic search, meaning searching for concepts, not just keywords.
Kind of. Imagine asking, when did the speaker sound frustrated? Or find all mentions of Project X in this conference call.
Whoa.
That level of granular analysis based on meaning and context within the audio, not just text, that unlocks completely new ways to handle audio data for research, business intelligence, accessibility.
That is a leap, querying audio like it's a database. And you can steer the AI to get better results.
Yes, you can provide custom system instructions like prompts, but more general guidance for the AI.
For example.
You could tell it your task is to determine what is happening in this audio recording, or maybe identify the different individuals speaking and label them.
Ah, so you can prime it for specific analysis tasks.
Exactly, to get more detailed, more accurate results depending on what you need from the audio.
And is this accessible for developers too? Can they build things with this?
Yes, the Gemini API supports audio file uploads. They use the Files API for larger files, anything over 20 melode. And there are implementation options for Python and JavaScript, the usual suspects. Now, it's still evolving, of course. There are limitations. Speaker diarization, figuring out who is speaking when, can still be tricky for AI.
Yeah, telling different voices apart consistently.
Right, and deep music analysis is another area that's still, under development.
Gotcha. But even with those caveats,
Even with those, if you connect this to the bigger picture, it's a really significant advance. AI is moving beyond just text and images to truly start understanding the nuances within sound data.
okay, so we've covered these two major advancements then. On one hand, this creative power boost, turning photos into short videos with Veo 3, letting almost anyone prototype cinematic ideas.
Visual storytelling made easier.
And on the other, this deep analytical capability for audio, using Gemini 2.5 to turn sound files into, well, queryable insights instantly.
Right, transforming how we process spoken information.
So what's the so what here? What's the main takeaway from all this?
I think the so what is that these tools fundamentally change the game for how content can be created, yes, but also processed and understood. They offer new shortcuts. Shortcuts to being well-informed by summarizing audio quickly, and shortcuts to being creatively expressive by generating video easily.
It lowers the barrier to entry, like you said.
Significantly, it
Wow.
makes sophisticated tasks much more accessible to a much broader audience, people without specialized training or expensive software.
It definitely makes you think about what comes next, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The near future. So I guess the question for everyone listening is, what does this all mean for how we'll interact with information, how we'll create stories day to day, and maybe more personally, how might you use these kinds of capabilities in your work, your hobbies, your creative projects?
Yeah, something interesting to mull over.
Definitely something to mull over.
Subscribe to New Deep Dive.